Okay guys, so in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about a certain general manager whose name shall not be mentioned. Yeah. Okay, it was Marc Bergevin. That made himself look like a bit of a goofball last night, basically calling the shot to go ahead with the coach's challenge that would fail miserably. And we'll also talk about the lineup changes that I want to see tonight, because hey, I think it's time, boys. But first, before we begin, if you guys are a fan of the Habs or just enjoy Josh Anderson running around like a chicken with his head cut off, then please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload hockey content daily and would really enjoy if you guys decided to tag along for the ride. Now, let's get knee deep in humiliation here. As God, was that ever an embarrassing judgment call made last night by general manager Marc Bergevin? I think it's safe to say, from his reaction in the box, that these guys relayed the message on to Dominique Ducharme as they were like, hey, let's do a coach's challenge here, boys. Ducharme was probably down there thinking, for what? And Bergie was like, bro, you didn't see that? Joe Thornton just pepper sprayed Carey Price right in the face before that puck went in. I saw it. Yeah, I did. Just like I saw that albino moose over there in the stands earlier. Wait, what? So anyway, Ducharme receives word to go for a coach's challenge. He's probably looking at the replay and thinking, gosh, I'm screwed. Everybody's gonna think I'm a complete idiot now. But don't worry, Ducharme. You see, we saw the puppet master himself on live TV make that call. And yeah, I even said out loud that if they called that goal back, the entire Habs fan base would never live that one down. It would just feel wrong. And you know what? The guy that I always look at in situations like these are the goaltenders themselves. The goalies! These guys get animated even when your ass hair brushes up against them, huh? They'll lose their minds every time. And when I looked at Price's reaction after the goal, I knew there wasn't any goaltender interference, because Price would have lost his mind if he was interfered with from stopping that puck. And you guys, you know that. You do. Price was probably just sitting back there looking up at the Jumbotron, just whistling all awkward. And as a result of this, the Habs take their fourth straight penalty that period from the failed coach's challenge. Jeez! And I'm surprised it took as long as it did trying to decide whether it was a good goal or not. And I just feel like they weren't even looking at that thing on the replay. They were probably just watching Bergevin's reaction instead and laughing hysterically. So, before I get into the lineup changes that I want to see tonight, let me just say you can't keep taking penalties against the Leafs, okay? Or it's gonna burn you every time. They've got way too many stars on that team. It's science. Oh, and here's a thought. Can you imagine the Habs actually had a practice a couple of days ago to work on their power play? Okay, on to the lineup changes we go that I want to see. And number one, Alexander Romanov should be back in the lineup right meow, okay? Right meow. While many of you aren't going to agree with this, let me explain, okay? Yes, it's only his first year. Yes, he makes blunders sometimes. But the guy has been the most physical defenseman for the Habs throughout this entire season. And when your game plan is to play as physical as possible against these guys, you'd think. Logic tells me that you would dress your most physical defenseman. Now, personally, I'd let John the Bomb Muro sit out for a game or two and get Romanov back in there. I mean, Romanov, he can also carry the puck the length of the ice. He's fast. He makes a good pass. And I think the Habs can use him right now. Just a thought, guys. Just a thought. Thought? Salt? What? And number two, I would like to see Caufield get back in there immediately. And don't give me that, he's too new bullshit. The guy had 5 points in his first 10 NHL games, man. I want to see him in there and now. And if anybody's scared of this guy getting in there and making mistakes, then hey, put him on a line with some defensive-minded forwards. To shelter him a little bit. Because I can rhyme out about 5 guys on the team right now that I'd rather see sit out. But I won't. I'll let Ducharme make that decision. I think having Caufield play either with Kotkaniemi as a center, that would be awesome, or even with Suzuki and Toffoli. That could be the spark that this line needs. Cause hey, let's face it, when you're scoring 3 goals in 2 playoff games, and you got a goal scorer sitting up in the press box like a coyote up there, yeah, it's time to bring his ass down and get him in the lineup. I think it's time, guys. I really do. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? Anyway, that does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on these ideas in the old comment section down there, and I'll see you next time.